get off my bed looking ass and coochie. Let's see if some of these folks that always got something to say bring their ass in here. Hey, everybody. I didn't even want to go live. I'm tired as fuck. I just got off of a flight just to turn around and get in a car and drive the hell back where I just came from. So I'm tired, y'all. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. It's like the weed. Just I'm motherfucking tired. But y'all pissing me off in my comment section. So let's go ahead and have this conversation. I will invite for a small moment. I would tolerate some of you dumb motherfuckers who have so much to say about what I had to say. Let me say this. First and foremost, I love black men and I support y'all a lot. I really, really do. But some of y'all are some pieces of shit, and y'all sure showed how many of y'all are pieces of shit in the chat. Okay? So, I will invite any of you motherfuckers to bring your ass on here and say whatever it is that you need to say to me, although we know your bitch asses won't. Okay? So let's have this conversation really quickly about Brother Polight. Okay? Brother Polight and him raping this 14-year-old girl, right? Sexually assaulting her, okay? A lot of y'all have so much to say about, oh, I heard y'all equate so much shit, and I just want y'all niggas to come on and say this shit to my face. See, because y'all are nothing more than the same scenario in the black community of that uncle that fucks with everybody kids, and you niggas say nothing, and you continue to invite him to the barbecues, to the motherfucking birthdays, and all of these events, and nobody say nothing. Some of you niggas that was in my chat, you is the motherfucking uncle, okay? So I'm glad y'all showed y'all ass. Y'all said some of the dumbest shit today. I've heard you motherfuckers say everything from it's white supremacy trying to set Brother Polight up. Since the fuck when did a 14-year-old baby become white supremacy? I just want to know. Oh, they just trying to take him down because he doing so much. What the fuck is Polight doing for the black community? Not a motherfucking thing. What else did you motherfuckers say? You motherfuckers came in my chat and you said if we gotta say that Ozone should be innocent until proven guilty, why the fuck isn't Polight the same thing? Nigga, you do know this is two different things. Y'all just say the dumbest shit. As much as everybody's going through as black people, we gotta stick together. We can't keep throwing our black men under the bus. And you fucking pick me chicks. Oh, you bitches. You bitches is in his motherfucking chat. Did y'all watch his sorry ass response? How many of y'all watched his sorry ass response to the accusations? He could have just kept his ugly ass the fuck off live because he didn't say shit. Actually, he said a lot, and I'm gonna break down to you what this motherfucker said, okay? If you didn't hear it. In other words, it was very obvious to me he was giving you niggas a farewell, a goodbye motherfucking speech. You didn't hear that, huh? And it was all kind of women in the chat. You sorry ass bitches. You the same motherfuckers who be on here talking about, oh, she too fast. You the same bitches in the community. As soon as somebody do something to a girl, or you see a motherfucking 26-year-old walking around here in a relationship with a 15-year-old and nobody got nothing to say. Y'all the same bitches talking about, oh, well, she just too fast. She was dressing too grown. Shut your sorry ass up. Y'all the same bitches who get a boyfriend, and because your daughter is becoming very developed and she a teenager, you actually jealous of your daughter because you think your nigga want her instead of understanding, bitch, something wrong with you and something wrong with your nigga if your nigga wants your daughter. See, you them bitches. So today, I don't have any love to come in this motherfucker for no black people and uplift nobody. I want to talk about you piece of shit motherfuckers in the black community. How about that? So let's talk about Polight's history a little bit, since y'all just think that this is the first motherfucking time that we have heard about this motherfucker fucking with girls. It's not. It's not. How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know that? Say that shit loud and clear in the chat, bitch. How many of y'all know that? See, what's real funny is now that this nigga is on the news for doing what he did to this girl, All of a sudden, everybody want to go back and get all these videos that other people have played in the past, which is very appalling to me, showing that y'all have actually called him out. I have heard everything from, y'all know that one of Polight's wives used to be 16 when he met her, waited till she got an age, and then he made that one of his girls. So he been fucking with her since she was a little girl? Huh? I heard some people like Brother Sinetta, your video being played around here by other people when he was checking Polight a while back about being around some young ass girl that was related to his motherfucking family member. I've heard about in the past few days, I've watched videos talking about how teenage girls have run away from home, calling themselves running to stay with Polight as they safe haven. So if you motherfuckers knew all of this, why the fuck y'all kept fucking with Polight? How come the black community kept giving this motherfucker a stage to stand on? How come you motherfuckers didn't do shit about it? The crazy part is, every fucking video that I heard about all this shit that Polight been doing with motherfucking young girls has come from nothing but a bunch of black men. So if y'all knew this shit, why the fuck y'all didn't go hard in the paint? See, you bitches can get on YouTube, you can get on Instagram, and you can talk about somebody and try and clout chase, and you can bring up every motherfucking thing else except that shit. Y'all let that shit ride? I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all do that shit. Cause it's the same thing we do in the black community all the time. You know that saying, right? You know that saying, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Y'all know that bullshit ass saying, you know. So if grandpa touching everybody, if uncle touching everybody, if mama boyfriend touching everybody, we just not gonna say nothing. Because what go on in this house, stay in this house. See, that's that bullshit ass black people syndrome. Because every time somebody calls black people out for their bullshit, the first thing you dumbass motherfuckers say is, we should make this shit public. We should just keep this between us. Because everybody watching. No, fuck you. If a nigga scamming the community, you should call them bitches out. If a motherfucker fucking with young girls underage, you should call them motherfuckers out. Whatever people is doing in the black community, if they do it publicly, bitches should be said. And if you're doing it behind closed doors and you putting on a fucking front, you should be called the fuck out. So all of y'all sound stupid. Talk about what you know the white man watching. I don't give a fuck. You know the white man gave you the motherfucking mentality that you have, dumbass. They know that you out here doing this fuck shit because they instilled it in your bitch ass. Would anybody like to come up here and no disrespect to any of my followers that respect me, love me, and rock with me, but would any of you bitch niggas like to come up here and tell me how you justify that bullshit? All of this, oh, well, the news don't know. It's accusations. Can we wait until we know the truth? Okay, well, let's talk about some truth. Let's talk about what we do know about this case, yes? What we do know is that it happened back in February, March. What we do know is that DNA was taken, and what we do know is not a nigga is being charged. Seem like to me, if you know anything about criminal justice and the way the system work, motherfucker, seem like he got arrested recently because he probably got them charges because the DNA is his. I'm going to see if these people that ain't in the room with me hear me because I don't think y'all motherfuckers do. Don't nobody want to talk about that though, right? Huh? Let's just talk about this simple fact, something that we know is true. She left the room with this nigga. He didn't deny that. She came back with semen on her in 6 spots. So how the fuck he leave the room with her and he come back and she come back with some semen on her, but you want to tell me, oh, well, let's wait until they tell us. You think the news is going to come and tell you that the DNA evidence stated that it's his semen? No, that's what's left for the courtroom, you stupid motherfuckers. And that is what is left for when people go behind closed doors and they make plea deals. They're not going to expose all of that to you on the news. They're going to tell you DNA was taken, and the fact that he was arrested should probably tell you that the DNA was his. If not, the nigga wouldn't have any charges against him. But that sounds too much like right. Y'all just want to be arguing for the sake of arguing? We know that for a fact, right? The girl got sexually assaulted by somebody. She came back with semen from somebody. And when she left the room, she was with him. Even he stated that he took the girl somewhere. I don't understand, but I do understand because this is what the fuck we do in the black community. Somebody asked me earlier in my comment section, how old were you when you lost your virginity, ladies? And how old was the man that you lost your virginity to? And they said they didn't mean no offense when I gave them my response, because they were trying to say that when they grew up, right? When they grew up, that they said it seemed like young girls just wanted to be around older men with cars and shit like that. Like, fuck you. Right? I like to be real transparent. Some people may have heard this story if you have followed me. I lost my virginity at 12 years old to a 21-year-old man. And I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I promise you, I thought we were just trying to grind on each other like it was a movie. I didn't understand anything about no penetration. It was the 4th of July. My innocence was taken. I wasn't ready for it. It wasn't something that I was trying to do. This motherfucker knew that I was 12 and he was 21 years old. And I wasn't the only little girl he was fucking in the community. But at the end of the day, nobody had nothing to say to him. And I guarantee you, if I had time a day and I had enough energy and motherfucking power, and live would let me go longer than an hour, I could fill up days on ends of marathons with black women who will come on here and tell you the same fucking story. From they family members, from their best friend daddy, from the motherfucker who they babysit their kids for, and all the bitches who cover it up. As soon as you run to them and tell them that this person did something to me, you gonna turn around and have a fucking excuse for them. This is what the black community does a whole motherfucking lot. So why don't we just pull the dirty motherfucking covers back? Why don't we go ahead and have them conversations? Y'all motherfuckers keep saying, oh, what goes on in this house stays in this house. How many of you know that black girls will be sexually assaulted, several times by the time they reach 18 years old? Statistics. What is it? Is it 1 in every 4 black girls? If I'm wrong, I'm not that off if you want to go fucking look it up. Ladies, am I lying in the chat? Because I can tell you that I'm one of them girls. I remember being on a Greyhound bus. It was a black man. See, this is the crazy thing. For as many times as I have dealt with being sexually violated, growing the fuck up as a black girl, it was never anything but a nigga. Does anybody want to talk about that? One of you motherfuckers got mad because as soon as I put the shit up, somebody came in and was like, oh, y'all ever do want to argue? I said, nigga, this ain't even about an argument. What are you talking about? It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about talking about the conversation. You bum-ass motherfucker. Here come you bum-ass black men exposing yourselves. Another man gonna say, oh, you gonna call us bum-ass black men. You can never love black men by talking about us like that. You better shut the fuck up. Whoever told you that just because I go hard for my people that every black man gotta get love? Some of you niggas is a piece of shit. Some of y'all don't deserve no motherfucking regard, no love, or no nothing from no motherfucking black community. You need to be motherfucking ostracized, beat the fuck up, and maybe find an alley dance somewhere, you bitch. That's my motherfucking take. All you niggas ain't good black men. Some of y'all niggas is bum ass niggas. Some of y'all niggas is pedophiles, just like motherfucking Polight. Would you like to come on here and talk to me about it? I'm gonna see who on here, but if you come on here wasting my time, I swear to God, I'm gonna just cut you off tonight because I don't got no patience to be nice. I'm looking, and I'm sorry, sisters. I want to see it for... We had somebody on here that request. Let's see if they come on. So many of y'all talk about, let's just wait. We don't know what happened. We know enough. We know enough. We know a motherfucking enough. Y'all think this is a game? I don't have time to bring every woman on, but for any woman that feels okay, sisters that's in the chat, can y'all just press a 1 to show these motherfuckers how many of y'all have been sexually assaulted by a fucking black man growing up? Relative, friend of the family, whatever. Can y'all put some 1s in there so these niggas can see how we not playing? Can I get a 2 from all the sisters if it was a fucking trifling ass woman in your life who was some older ass auntie or somebody else talking about, oh, well, you was just being fast? I want y'all to pay attention to them numbers in the chat, you bitches. And I'm not talking about the women when I say bitches. And they go to twos. How many of y'all? How many of y'all had this older woman when you run to them? Sometimes it's your fucking mother, and she's upset, and she's actually jealous of you because she thinks her boyfriend wants you, and he do want you. But instead of protecting you and getting rid of this nigga, she's actually jealous of you. That's a sad ass story to see in the black community. You see these ones? You see these twos? Fuck you niggas. See, Polight is a much bigger picture in the black community that we really don't ever want to discuss. And all of this, he got money. He got money. And so he got all these women. So why would he want a little girl? Really? So y'all think that stops anybody? You mean to tell me, as black people, y'all can let me sit here and talk about all of these rich white motherfuckers in Hollywood and on Disney TV and all in politics and Epstein? These niggas was rich as fuck. So what did they want with little ass kids? See, the problem is money does not change people. Money makes you more of what the fuck you already are. So see, when you get money and you get fame, niggas think they could do this shit and just get the fuck away with it. That's all that is. So do y'all want to talk about Polight's farewell speech? Or no? Because I heard Polight tell y'all, nigga, I'm going to jail. You know how they have interpreters? So let me tell you what his speech said at first. First, his speech was this. This is what he said, but I'm going to tell you what he really meant, okay? He was like, so I've traveled to 30 places. I speak 55,000 languages. I've lived my life. I've done a lot. I've experienced everything. Is this not what Polight is telling y'all? Now, nigga, you on live, and you supposed to be responding to the accusations against you. Instead, he on live telling you how much he done in his life. How much he done lived, right? How much he done experienced, because he's trying to convince not you, but himself, right? He's trying to convince himself that he has lived a good life. So if life is over for him, as he knows it, it's okay. One thing I never heard come out that man's mouth that whole life was this. I did not do this. I would never do something like this. I cannot speak on my case because that's how legal things are. So other than that, I cannot really get into the details, but I am going to tell you and look y'all in your face and tell you I did not do this. I did not do this. See, he could say that. Guilty people don't say nothing. See, if your lawyer will not tell you not say that, you could say that. His lawyer came on news and said, these allegations are not true. It's funny how these pro-black ass niggas always got a white attorney when you niggas get in trouble, though. but Polight been standing next to white bitches ever since he got a little bit of money anyways. I don't know why we act like we surprised by that. But why didn't he? Why wasn't Polight's speech this? Look, I can't get into them details. Because of my case, but I want y'all to know I would never do anything like this. Mr. Black Woman is God. Don't he tell you the black woman is God? So if the black woman is God, shouldn't he be appalled that he's been accused of these things? Like, I was accused by clout chasing ass motherfuckers that I was stealing money from the organization that I run to give to, it don't even matter where I gave it. They said that I was stealing it. I was appalled because not only did I not steal shit, it is something that I actually go against. I'll call your ass out if I feel like you play in the black community. I will call your ass out if I feel like you scamming them or you collecting shit and you not doing what you supposed to do or you on some bullshit. Y'all niggas get mad at me for calling everybody out. But what I wasn't gonna do is not at least say, no, I would never do no shit like that. These motherfuckers lying on me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't steal money from my motherfucking people. But Mr. Black Woman is God. He couldn't even say that. He's not appalled. He not sick to his stomach that he's being accused of something he didn't do, but also being accused of something so ridiculous based on how much he claimed he loved black women. But the nigga couldn't even fix his lips. He gave you 1,000 gaslighting motherfucking words to deflect of everything else, but he never just said, I would never do nothing like this. This is ridiculous. I know what y'all hearing, but I just want to tell y'all, that I didn't do this. And I just want y'all to hear that from me. I can't say much more than that, but I think that our black babies have been through enough, and black women, I would never add to this, and I just need y'all to hear me when I tell you I did not motherfucking do this. Period. The nigga couldn't get them words out his mouth. And you bitches, y'all just, it was women on there. Now I am talking about some women. Y'all was on there like, King. Y'all hoes was in the chat. King, this is just some haters. I'm gonna need y'all to stop with that shit too. Every time somebody say something about somebody and you don't agree with it, or you think that we shouldn't be airing nobody out, like what fucking world do we live in that you think everything somebody do you supposed to just praise people? What the fuck is that? Some Christian shit? Because I'm not understanding why we can only talk about the good people fucking do, but anytime somebody do some bullshit, if you call them out, you a hater. You a hater? We hating on Polight? Wow. So because people want to speak up and they appalled that this has happened to this girl, we're hating on him? Shut the fuck up. Y'all sound so dumb. So dumb. Like dumb is not even a motherfucking word. And can I request something else of you stupid motherfuckers? And I'm going to tell you again, if anybody don't fit that shoe, then shut the fuck up. Because when I say this shit, you know how many of y'all come and tell on yourself? It reminds me of when I asked my kids, who the fuck did something? And the kids all open their mouths to say what? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Did I fucking ask you who didn't do it? I asked you who the fuck did do it. So when I say some shit, if it's not you, you bitch, you ought not get offended. You ought not take it personal. You ought not jump your ass in them shoes and tie them the fuck up and walk around in them. So when y'all start jumping in my chat and talking crazy, it tells me you took offense to what I said, which means that you are actually a part of the problem. You niggas don't know y'all telling yourself. You would do yourself better to just shut the fuck up. Y'all Freudian slip on y'all asses all the time. Y'all say shit and you don't even realize you telling on yourself. Because if a motherfucker put up a post and said, some of y'all in the black community have handled this situation in a trifling manner, if you were not the motherfucker that was being trifling, there is no way that you should feel offended. I'm not going to jump in that comment section and be like, well, what you mean, y'all motherfuckers? I've been canceled Polight a long time ago. Don't nobody listen to him no more. What the fuck wrong with you? See, now you guilty, and your motherfucking truths about what the fuck you doing, what the fuck you is starting to come to truth. I could go on my chat and tell you there's about 5 men in my comment section from these past 2 posts I did. You niggas is just like Polight. And you would be surprised to know how the fuck I know that. I can tell by your response, motherfucker. Do we need to come check your household and see what little girls is around you bitches? Because y'all got real offended, some of y'all, at a comment that if it wasn't about you, then bitch, why is you in here crying? And quit calling this girl a woman. She ain't a motherfucking woman. She's a little girl. Can we get that right? She is a little girl. And I want y'all to know in the black community, see, this is why we will always be treated like shit in this community. Not because of the way we see it solely, but I want you to take your own personal feelings and attach it to what I'm getting ready to say. A lot of us don't have no remorse for this girl. A lot of y'all do think a 14-year-old black girl is not a baby. And I'm talking to black people. Y'all don't think that a 14-year-old girl is a black baby. You think that she is a grown-up person. When you see black kids, you don't see them as innocent. The same way the police don't. This is why they go into our schools and they can handcuff an 8-year-old black baby and not care. And we're like, why the fuck are you doing that to that kid? Because we see our relatives, but at the end of the day, they just see some little nigga, and even though you 8, they don't care. This is why the police can brutalize our kids, because they autistic and they throwing rocks in the street and they hit a police car. Y'all remember that story? And they torment our babies and tell them to get on the ground and put guns on them. And they're only 11 and 12 and 13 years old. And you thinking, why are you doing this? They're just kids. Because this world does not see black babies as babies. They're seen as thugs. They're seen as a threat. They're seen as something to be dealt with. They're not even allowed to be children. But the sadder part is that you motherfuckers in the black community, we do the same goddamn thing. We do not see our children as children. This is why the fuck as soon as your kids get 18, you kick them out. Because you can't get a check for them no more. Somebody said you are clout chasing negativity. I never see you say anything nice. So Jeffrey, come on, why don't you bring your bitch ass on here, Jeffrey? Let's have that conversation. Come on, Jeffrey. Come on, Jeffrey. Because of course it's not that so much negativity exists. That's what it is. Now, what you
Yes.
want to say to me, Jeffrey?
Hey, I'm not justifying polite shit. First of all,
So then, what is the
no,
point of
I'm
your
saying,
content? I'm
personally
chasing
from
negativity.
you,
It's a negative
from you,
fucking situation.
from you, sister. I don't
Are
hear
you
you say
upset, black
anything.
man?
I
Tell me
don't hear
why.
you say anything
Oh,
nice. When do you say something nice? I'm
you
talking to
don't?
you. I'm talking to you. I'm
I say
talking to you.
plenty of stuff nice.
When do you
How
say
long have you
something nice?
been? No.
I've listened
Let's
to
stick
you
to what
several times over the years.
Jeffrey.
I've listened
Now
to
I'm gonna
you.
let you talk. When you're done, and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna
No,
let you
go
talk.
ahead,
Let me know when
please.
the
I've
fuck you
listened to you.
done.
I listened to you
And
talk.
you don't listen to me, nigga. You like is on my page. So let's be clear with that. You
I've
follow me.
listened to you.
You follow me. That's why you listen
I
to me, because
listen
you
to you,
following
yes,
me.
but you've never
So be
seen anything.
clear with that.
I listen
Okay.
to everybody. Everybody.
Okay.
I listen to
Boy,
everybody.
we
I'm a
talk
grown
about me
damn
right
man.
now.
I'm a
We talk
grown
about
damn
me
man.
right
I'm a
now.
grown damn man. Okay? I'm a
And I'm
grown
a
damn.
grown man, and you a
Oh,
grown ass man on my motherfucking page. And if you have
yeah.
a problem with anything I say, why the fuck do you
This is
follow
all
me?
IG. This is all IG. This ain't you.
Okay?
This IG. This
And
is
nobody
IG.
forces you to
Okay?
follow
This
me.
is IG.
Nobody forces
This
you
is
to follow me.
IG. I'm just
Listen,
saying to you, what you're saying about polite is fine.
yeah.
You asked a question. You challenged it. You put something out there. I'm saying to you, now, please say
So,
something nice. Tomorrow, next day, I don't care what you fucking say about polite. Sometime in the future, say something nice. Get on your thread and say something nice. Okay?
okay. First of all, like I said, how long have you been following me? It's
Probably
funny
about a
how you
couple
don't,
years,
how you ain't,
couple years.
and you ain't never heard me say nothing nice, boy. If you don't
Not
shut the
you
fuck
may
up,
start
all little girls
nice.
is you,
You
because
start
you're a little
nice.
bit
You start
head.
nice. You don't end nice.
I
You
start
always
nice.
you
So
always
so let
you
me ask your
straight you
dumb
go
ass something.
straight
I
down.
let you talk, nigga. I let you talk. Now hold
Okay,
the
go
fuck
ahead.
on. I let you talk. Thank you.
Go ahead.
So again, of all things, why do you choose this conversation that is a negative one? And don't cut me the fuck off. That actually is filled with nothing but negativity.
Right.
I didn't say anything here that was not true. Why do you pick this conversation to have a
Because
problem
you
with
insulting all black men like we all do this shit. You don't think we've been
this?
there in the fight? You don't think we've been there in the
You
fight?
on himself?
You don't think we've
Excuse
been
me,
there in the
sir.
fight? No,
Excuse
I've been there in
me.
the fight.
Did not make
Okay,
it clear I wasn't talking about all
I'm
black
that uncle
men.
who will whip your ass at 4 o'clock in the
You know,
morning
you got over
if you
there
touch
chasing
my
the
niece.
girls.
You
That's why you
understand
mad.
that? I'm
That's
that
why you
uncle who'll
mad.
kill you
That's why you
if you touch.
mad.
No,
Let me
no, no, no,
let me
no,
ask.
no.
Let me.
You're not
So
talking
you
about
shouldn't
all
even
the.
be mad
You're
at me,
talking
bitch.
about
You should be
10%
mad
of
at
the
Polight
black
right
men.
now.
Baby girl, you're talking about 10% of the black men out here.
Oh,
90% of
10%.
us, we
Did you
90%
see?
of us, we out here
Did
grinding
you
every
see
day.
all them
We
ones
grind
in my
every day.
chat? Did
We out here
you say?
grinding.
Did you see? Did you?
Talk
We
about us.
grinding.
Talk about us sometimes, okay? Talk about
Oh
us.
my.
Okay, talk about us
So
sometimes.
what the
You
funny
got
thing
black
is
men out
that
here
you're
grinding. You got
never
black men out
around.
here
Look,
protecting you. Protecting
okay.
you.
And right now, instead of protecting this girl and what's
I
going on, you up here arguing with me,
no, I said
trying to
you
defend.
said
No, no.
you pulled
That's
me
the,
in. You
okay.
pulled me in.
See, this
Hold on,
what
you
we're gonna
pulled
do.
me in. You pulled me in. You asked me to come in here. You asked me to come in here. Okay?
So since Jeffrey can't shut up, we're gonna let Jeffrey leave, because at the end of the day, like I said, if he's about protecting and defending black women, then why the fuck is he not defending this black girl in this situation? Instead, he chooses this time to pick a fucking argument with me about why I'm being negative in a situation that has no fucking positivity in it. Are you serious? And I could have swore that I started this conversation the fuck off with, I'm not talking about all black men. So Jeffrey, I don't know if your dick be in your ass, bitch, but in the last year, I have black men come on here all the time. I just talked to another one the other day. So where the fuck were you on that live? I give black men big ups all the time, you bitch. And all the time there are people on here talking about how much I have helped them, how much Mechee do for them. So I'm gonna need you to stop, because I support black men all the fucking time. Boy, bye. So I want to explain something to y'all. That man that just got off, he is one of them uncles I'm talking about. See, either he done touched the nigga, or either he done allow somebody to touch somebody and he let it go. So this nigga is mad. That's why his nerves is touched. This is what I mean by you bitch ass black men. And didn't I just say, I just told you stupid niggas, do not fucking put your feet in shoes that do not belong to you. Tie them up and walk around in them. I have no other choice than to believe that these shoes belong to you, bitch. This nigga mad over me saying some shit that he claimed is not his claim to fame. It's not something he does, but you see how offended he fucking is. This the shit that I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This black man ain't bring his ass on here to talk the fuck about how many women in the chat pushed a 1 when they said they've been assaulted by black men. He want to tell us it's 10%. So our 10% of the black men is the one out here that are touching on all the black girls that pushed 1 in my chat and the millions more who are not in my chat. So it's the 10% doing it, huh? And you wanted them 10%, you bitch ass nigga. Hold on, we got some on here. Let's go. I could argue for a little bit. I think my battery a little strong tonight.
What's up, Mechee? How you
How
doing?
you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, man? Just want to be honest. We
I'm
can't. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing all right. What Polight did, based off the story, it's unacceptable. We can't justify what he did. What he did was wrong, and we got to put him in his place. Let black men handle that. This ain't your fight, baby. Let us take care of that.
See, it's not about it being my fight. I'm
Yeah.
speaking up for all of the black women
Mm-hmm.
who go through this shit and nobody ever wants to defend us. I'm speaking from that perspective.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my job to protect Polight. You are absolutely right. It is your job to.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch. But
Absolutely.
I feel sorry for
Absolutely.
the daughter. I pray for the daughter. We all need to put her in mind as well because, she's going to go through things that's going to be stuck to her for years. She's going to be a grown woman. She's going to be married. She's going to have a husband. She's going to have to open up that part of her life to her husband, and he's going to have to nurture her on that part. So,
Or looking at the society we live in now, she could just go get her a girlfriend and create more trauma in her life because she has another option now to go to because with me. And how about
and think about this.
I know they have that story.
Right. Think about this. He just created transgenerational trauma for her. It's going to be passed down to her kids as well, if she chooses to have kids. That transgenerational trauma is a fool. Once you pass that shit on to your kids, it's going to go on from generation to generation. And the average for a single adult, it takes 20 years for an individual to get over transgenerational trauma. You got to think about that too. And that's if they get over it. If they get over it. So it might take a little longer.
Yes, unless she have a lot of help and a lot of therapy, she's probably
Right.
gonna run the street. And because of what has happened to her throughout her life, she's gonna actually do a lot more things that are damaging to her. That is gonna cause her even more trauma in her life that she's gonna have to unpack. And we hope that she unpacks it before she dies, because most people are old and still ain't got.
You're
So
right.
no, like the rest of us will have us making choices that cause us even more trauma.
Right. You got a point. I'm not here to argue. I'm just here to build with you. I support everything you got going on. But Brother Polight, he out of pocket. Black men got to check him. And we got to move on about this. And we also need to, we need therapy, man. Black community need therapy. We think we
Absolutely.
don't need it. We really need therapy. Therapy helps. Our egos as a man, we get big headed. Oh, nah, we don't need therapy. Man, fuck therapy. Nah, man, therapy can help you. But,
Well, they make it be a stigma on our community to say that we don't need counseling or that people don't deal with mental disorder. Everybody think a mental disorder means you got to be talking to yourself. That's not a mental disorder. A lot of people can suffer from depression, anxiety, a whole lot of things that PTSD from going through trauma, but we
right.
don't even know what these things look like. So we just don't talk about them and be like, yo, that girl crazy. But the truth is really for our community. Right. There's no dealing with our hurt and our pain. We've just been taught from the very beginning. You go through shit, get up, and you just keep pushing. You gotta keep. We only understand survival mode. Survival is not always having peace or doing it in a way that maintains a normalcy of life. Sometimes our normal is dysfunction, right? And so we function in dysfunction is what I like to call it, and that's normal to all of us.
Right.
So.
Right. I got you. But yeah, we need to look into that word, transgenerational trauma. It takes an average adult 20 years to get over. But I appreciate you, man. Have a nice day. Don't let these followers get to you. Take care. All right.
I'll be all right. I deal with it all the time.
All
I
right.
get
All
over it.
right. This way out of Houston, Texas, by the way. H-Town, baby.
Shout out to H-Town. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Now, I don't know, was that nice or was it not nice? See, I find that people only want to see what they want to see when they looking, because I have plenty of great conversations with brothers. Actually, the sisters get mad at me sometimes because I get on y'all a whole lot, right? For telling you shit like you not the father on Father's Day. Quit saying that shit because you not the father. I get on sisters for having your kids around niggas you don't even motherfucking know, right? I got plenty of them videos right here. So I don't understand how people don't ever see that shit. Fuck out of here. Again, perfect example of a brother who did not put that shoe on. So I'm glad that these two different brothers came on here, because that's a brother that said, that's not my shoe. She not talking to me. That don't belong to me. So he didn't jump in it. He didn't put it on because it didn't belong to him. The other man put it on, and I'm willing to bet you that that other man that came on here, I bet you either he do some shit to girls or eat boys, because our boys get sexually assaulted too. Some of you niggas is going after the boys too, like R. Kelly and this motherfucker, right? Or either he has situations in his motherfucking family that he didn't do nothing about, so he feels some type of way about it. This is not the place to vent that shit with me, you bitch, and let me tell anybody, man, woman, anybody that's on my page, LGBTQATYZPT, whatever the fuck you represent, if you believe you a dog in this bitch, everybody that's listening, listen to me real good and real well. Just like he wanted to say he was grown, we all grown, right? That's on here, and you all have what's called free will. Even though you are really enslaved in America, you are never enslaved on Mechee's motherfucking page. So I would like all of you grown people who find any offense in what I have to say, or in my energy, or how I say what I say, or you think I'm negative, I am who the fuck I am. And when I go live, most of the time I am here to educate, to give knowledge, to chop a motherfucker head off if that's what need to be done. Because ain't nobody coming around here playing nice with white supremacy. I'm not coming around here trying to tiptoe around these motherfucking situations. These conversations we have are not easy fucking conversations. So ain't nobody talking about this shit like my name is Mary Poppins. So I would like to invite all of you, like I do often on my YouTube. Maybe y'all not used to it over here on Instagram. I would like to invite all of you to fucking unfollow me. And if you don't know how to do that, all you have to simply do is go to my page. And it's gonna see that big ass button. It's blue where it used to say follow. You could click that arrow that come down and it will say unfollow. And you can unfollow me and you never have to see me again. That's called being a grown person, taking responsibility for what you feed yourself. See, I don't motherfucking watch TV because I don't like all that propaganda and I know what the fuck they be doing. So I don't watch TV. So I suggest you niggas take that same advice, and what you don't like, don't force it down your goddamn throat. Because Mechee is not for everybody, and I am okay with that, okay? So I'm gonna need you to be okay with it too. And with your grown asses, go ahead and be responsible for what you digest into your system. If Mechee is so negative, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and unfollow me. Go ahead and follow Positive Polight. And let's see how long it take him to get back to making videos, you know, that's real positive for you niggas to follow. Like, go ahead. Sometimes I think you men just be offended because it's me saying it, right? Because I don't watch grown ass men get on here in the black community and go just as hard and say all kind of shit. And y'all be good with that. But as soon as Mechee get to going, I'm supposed to be quiet. I just think that you weak motherfuckers get intimidated because you upset that you don't even know how to go this hard. And you be like, this 5'2", oh, light bright bitch, I don't know who she thinks she is, coming this hard when I don't know how to come this hard. So that's your own insecurities, baby. I'm gonna need you to deal with that because you's a punk. Don't be mad that I'm not never a punk. I'm a grown ass woman and I'm gonna speak my motherfucking mind. And if you don't like it, leave. Leave. I ain't never wanted everybody to fuck with me. I understand. If everybody like you, you doing something wrong. Okay? I'm not for everybody. So I don't want everybody to like me. If everybody did, I'd be a fake ass motherfucker. That's what fake people do. They move and maneuver for everybody like them. I'm gonna keep being me. Okay? You don't want to watch, then you can unwatch. Close your eyes, bitch, unfollow, do something. Okay? But quit fucking watching me if it caused you so much motherfucking strife. And that's for all you niggas that was in my comment section earlier today, getting upset about the shit that I had to say to y'all in the chat. Y'all was just jumping to all kind of conclusions. But the bottom line is, this nigga is a straight up goddamn, he one of them uncles, right? And I just want y'all to know that the black community is responsible for this, right? People want to blame her mom. So can we get that story straight too, so that people will understand what happened with that? Okay, he said, she said, all of this back and forth. My understanding of what I heard is that, first of all, this woman has been dating Polight for over a year. Okay, so they travel a lot, and the daughter is always with them together. So it's kind of like a stepdad thing, right? So I mean, let's just be honest. While y'all trying to dog her mom, any of y'all women in the chat, you been with a nigga for a whole entire year. Y'all all running around together. Your daughter's around him. He's around you. You just gonna kind of feel like, this her stepdad. He don't be with her a lot alone. What y'all didn't hear was that I guess her and her daughter had been arguing, which is a fucked up thing, or they had a problem in their relationship. So he like, let me talk to her. Y'all separate for a minute. Let me talk to her and see, y'all have a moment away or whatever. This is the other side of the story that was told. She did not know that he went and got her. Somebody said, why would you let him take your daughter to a hotel room? She didn't let him take her daughter to a hotel room. My understanding is they were already in a fucking hotel, and this nigga just got another room and took her into it. But he was supposed to be taking her to a gathering where it was supposed to be other people. Y'all keep saying it was an after party in a club. No, it was not supposed to be that. My understanding is that it was a gathering with other people that had traveled with them, other women, and they were like downstairs in the lobby, or they were going to be attending something. It wasn't a fucking club like she let her daughter go, and she was really you really think Polight got that much pull that he finna have a 14-year-old in the club taking shots and wasn't nobody gonna say shit? Like, come the fuck on. He went and got another hotel room. He played that shit off. The mother didn't know that this is what was going on. She didn't meet the nigga last week. So, come on, y'all. I feel like we put the blame on every goddamn body but the person who did it. Even if somebody said, where's her father? Maybe she do got a father, but at that moment, this woman is dating Polight, and she been dating him for a whole year. So why does it matter where her father is? I mean, y'all act like just because the mom was dating Polight and they was out of town somewhere with the baby, that mean that she don't have a daddy when she at home. I'm divorced. I got 2 kids right the fuck now hanging out with their daddy and they stepmama. And come on, y'all. This is not the same thing as somebody meeting a nigga and you ain't known him but for 3 motherfucking weeks, and now he's on your couch and you leaving him to babysit your kid. That's not this story, although there's plenty of those that go on in our community as well. Okay? So let's leave the blame on who the blame is on, because it seems like no matter what this mother did, now, had she not said anything and covered it up because she wanted to have money, or she wanted to stick with Polight and not ruin his shit and made him give her money, then that would have been, y'all would have been like, oh, she a fucked up mom. She did the right thing. She went straight to the motherfucking police. She took her daughter to the damn hospital, and she obviously called the police and pressed charges. So stop. Okay? Y'all just want to come for everybody but the motherfucker who did it. But that's what we do in this community. Somebody said it's victim blaming. That's what we do. That's what we do. So I'm gonna get the fuck off here, because like I told you, I didn't even want to be on this motherfucker. I'm tired as hell. Normally these red eyes would be because I done smoked some weed, but I hopped on a plane. I am in Detroit right now, and I have been here for about a good 5 hours, and I am about to leave here in another 3 hours and take a 10-hour drive the fuck back home. Okay? So I'm tired as hell, but I was tired of them comments in the comment section, so I had to come on here and say what I had to say. But before I leave, I guess I would like to sum it up and say this. Again, if you got a problem with Mechee, fucking unfollow me, bitch, because I'm not changing. I'm not changing. So just change the motherfucker that you follow, which would be me, okay? And shout out to Fuck Child Support. I know we didn't get to do the interview yet, but brother, I'm coming. I would love to do an interview with you, and we can have that conversation about what Mechee thinks about child support and the system and mothers and all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't dish you, brother. I just been busy. I promise you, I do not have enough hours in my day, and I'm tired as fuck. The kind of tired that sleep do not take away. I go to sleep tired and I wake up tired. So just give me a minute, but I did not forget about you. But the next thing that I want to leave here and I want to say is this. I want y'all to take this for a moment, and I want y'all to let this shit marinate, because these things are going to continue to happen in our community. This is nothing more than how we let R. Kelly do what R. Kelly did. And then everybody wanted to scream white supremacy is throwing him away. No, R. Kelly threw himself away. R. Kelly knew exactly what he was doing. And for many years, we let that nigga do everything he did in the community. We all knew he was like that. Parents kept giving their fucking kids to this man. They kept doing all of that bullshit, and we never said nothing. We was okay with it. Then as soon as he went to jail and all these documentaries came out, because the saddest part is that nobody cares about black girls' tears in this country. They do not. And I think the saddest part is that not even black people care about black girls' tears in this country. We don't. We don't. The only time we got riled up is when white supremacy got into it, and we wanted to tell white supremacy, basically, if we want to have pedophiles in our community destroying our motherfucking babies, we can do that. Don't you white motherfuckers say nothing about it, though. That ain't your place. White supremacy. See, y'all checked R. Kelly a long time ago. There wouldn't have been nothing for white supremacy to use. Yes? So Polight is nothing more than that as well. Because as I said in the beginning of this, if anybody wasn't in here, that there are already stories for many years. I'm just finding out now that a lot of y'all in the black community have done videos on this nigga. A lot of y'all said that this is not the first time that Polight has been fucking around with young girls. My understanding is he was fucking with one of his so-called wives when she was 16 years old. I've heard the rest of y'all talk about family members that are related that y'all know they underage girls who have run away to go and be with this nigga. So y'all knew all of that? Y'all knew all of that and nobody said, nobody did nothing, and now we're here. Some of y'all need to take some of that blame. Y'all need to hold some of that L right there. Y'all need to hold that shit, right? So how about we stop playing that game? How about y'all stop letting motherfuckers do this to black girls in the community? Especially niggas swearing the black woman is God. Y'all treat us like shit. And yeah, we understand sometimes we treat y'all like shit. And you know what? We understand it's conditioning. But at some point, we got to stop blaming everything outside of our community and start looking at what the fuck we do. You know better. You do better. Yeah, white people put us in this position mentally and everything else. We got here because of a certain situation. But now that we're here, you know better, you do better. It's up to us to motherfucking make that difference. Because do you think the white motherfuckers in this government who has set us up to be in the situations we in, why do you think that it's their motherfucking job to save us? Do you think they gonna come save us? They the ones destroying us. It's up to us to save our motherfucking selves. So I don't know who the fuck you waiting on. Who the fuck we waiting on? These travesties happen in our communities because we fucking let them. Point blank, period. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna have a real tired night, and I will see you guys and tomorrow, the next day. There's some other things I would like to talk about, but of course these things come up and they take precedent. We still need to talk about Ozone in his case, and a whole lot of other things. Thank you to everybody that gave badges. Forgive me for not calling out y'all name, but as y'all can see, it wasn't one of them types of shows. So thank y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.